British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley Cunningham, and these are your news headlines at 10:30. The BC Prosecution Service has approved one charge in the series of stabbings that occurred in Yaletown last Friday. A 35-year-old woman has been charged with one count of assault after she allegedly stabbed 3 people near David Lamb Park. The victims were transported to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and 4 further victims have come forward since Friday, including a 4th stabbing victim. All victims are said to be unrelated to the suspect, and she remains in custody as the investigation continues. One woman has been killed following a stabbing in Campbell River. The RCMP responded to a call in the 1300 block of Dogwood Street early Sunday, where they managed to arrest a 29-year-old woman who remains in custody. Despite life-saving measures, the 30-year-old victim died on scene. The suspect in custody faces a second-degree murder charge. Prime Minister Mark Carney is considering carbon capture investments for the future of Canada's fossil fuel industry. Our reporter Kai Garcia has more on the story.
Prime Minister Mark Carney expressed interest in fossil fuel projects and is willing to drop the planned emission caps on oil and gas industries that previous Prime Minister Justin Trudeau implemented. Emily Lowen, BC Greens party leader, explained who the Canadian government will invest in the fossil fuel industry.
When the vast majority of our fossil fuel industry is actually owned by American equity firms. American equity firms that helped get Trump elected and continue to be his closest advisors.
Lowen said that the government could promote this climate competitiveness strategy as fossil nationalism and masking it as economic independence and sovereignty. Kai Garcia, BCIT News.
Carbon capture has long been deemed controversial. The Center for International Environmental Law has penned a letter with over 500 organizations urging U.S. and Canadian lawmakers to reject the tech in favor of stronger climate change policies. A deal has tentatively been reached to end the Ontario Public Service Employees Union strike. Karen Rebo reports for the Canadian Press.
The Ontario Public Service Employees Union said early today, after nearly 5 weeks on strike, it has reached a tentative agreement for 10,000 full-time college support staff. Christine Kelsey, chair of the union's bargaining team, says picket lines will come down today, and members will be presented with details of the tentative settlement this afternoon. Support staff are scheduled to return to work tomorrow. Workers walked out September 11th to back demands for better wages and job security amid campus closures, layoffs, and program cuts. Karen Rebo, The Canadian Press, Toronto.
The support workers are now set to return to work on Thursday. The Israeli military says one of 4 bodies provided by Hamas on Tuesday does not match any of the hostages they have on record. Meanwhile, Palestinians are waiting on identification of 90 bodies Israel gave to the Red Cross that arrived at Khan Yunis's Nasser Hospital over the last 2 days. The fragile ceasefire agreement continues to hold as more aid trucks arrive in Gaza from the World Food Program. Oksana Tarasova, a senior scientific officer with the World Meteorological Organization, said in a news conference that the latest CO2 increase is a 52% jump since pre-industrial levels. Wayne Cabot reports for ABC.
If you think weather is already extreme, the UN Weather Agency says it may get worse. Carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere hit new record highs last year, even as fossil fuel emissions remained relatively flat. They think heat trapped by greenhouse gases is in a feedback loop, a vicious cycle caused by human activity like burning the forests and wildfires. Warming oceans are also turbocharging the Earth's climate. The World Meteorological Organization says CO2 growth rates have tripled since the 1960s. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
The United Nations says climate change is a global emergency that goes beyond national borders. Speaking of weather, here is the forecast for today. It will remain sunny with a high of 13 today and a low of 4 degrees overnight. Those were your headlines to 10:30. I'm Riley Cunningham, and this is BCIT News.
It's your career, your vision, your goal. Navigate it your way. Flexible learning is designed for you. Learn a new skill or earn a degree at your own pace. BCIT, flexible learning for a complex world.